What's up, guys? My name is Patrick. I just won the Ridgeland, Mississippi Regional with Ryzeal, the pure Ryzeal. Before we get started, shout outs. Corn got fourth. Jay, the homie, and behind the camera, Ashton. I don't know if
hey, that's me.
Very good. This is my first regional win, so I'm pretty excited. Oh yeah, shout out the Bowberry biscuits and my leftovers, because that will be eaten soon. But yeah, let's get into the profile. Had a super basic list. It's really close to Santoli's list. I just changed a few cards in it for preferences, and like the baseline for it was incredible. So I feel like I was able to do very well just off the list. I only had 2 games where I couldn't actually play the game turn 1, but that just kind of happens. We got ratioed. Going to the profile, standard 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1. I think only once I desires into prosperity, and I had it several times where I could desires get to Ash Prosp, which was nice. That combo has still been broken since the cash days, but it was very good. Pretty consistent for the day. I have no complaints over it. I feel like that you have to play that at least. Cross and plug in 2-1 because banishing both of these, or banishing your only one-off desires is like almost game losing. It feels terrible to do, and I don't know how we played Ryzeal without this card. It is absolutely insane in the pure version. Maybe it's because I was only playing like the Fiend Smith version, but this card's nuts. It would absolutely won me several rounds. Just getting the extra material back under duo, so your cross negate is live, and so you have the ability to extend further with the one you bring back. Only played 6 hand traps like Santoli's list. I didn't want any more. There wasn't a game where I was like, man, I wish I had hand traps, other than like Lancia, and that's just kind of the nature of Malice. Like, hand traps just aren't good versus that deck. But yeah, played the 6 hand traps. Played 6 books. I know Santoli's list was on 4, but I just love these cards. Like, good first or second. Like, they're just nuts. I wanted to play as many as I could. I would play the discard target too if it wasn't terrible.
It's missing 2 words. Up to.
Yeah, if it's at up to, I'm good. We're good. 3 Ultimate Slayer, 3 Talents, and 3 Strike in the main.
Yeah, look at the rarities, bro.
Hey, I'm flexing, bro. Back in the day, I used to care. Now I'm an old man. All right. First things first. If you're playing pure, this has to be in your main deck. It's absolutely insane. Like Santoli said, there's no one card that increases your win percentage as much as this does going first. So, like, I feel like you have to play it in this list. Like, being able to Dagaris, like, you desires draw, you Dagaris draw, and then you, like, cross, shuffle back, draw a card, or put on bottom, draw a card. It's just insane. Like, the amount of times I was able to pass with, like, 2 strikes in a book, or 2 strikes in perm, yada yada. It was insane. Triple Attack won me 2 matches, because, I mean, the card's just broken. I think we all know that. Ultimate Slayer, I didn't activate much today, but in theory, this card's really, really good. Obviously, like, there's a reason everyone's been playing it for so long, but the card's just nice. I played 41 main, which is, I wish I could cut it down to 40, but there's nothing I want to take out, so it's just going to stay at 41 for now.
Ratio just felt right.
Yeah, and then, like, once the new Tachyon card comes out, I don't even know if I'm playing it. Like, it feels good to be able to search Lancia, but other than that, Bonfire is just better. So unless they hit Bonfire or names, I'm not playing it. Extra deck, 2 duo, or excuse me, 2 detonator, 2 duo. Pretty obvious at this point. It's a pure deck. 2 Eclipse Twins. I feel like I could have played with just 1. 2 only came up once, and that was in the finals where I had to make it after boosting, or I had to double my detonator's attack and then make this to attack twice per game, because it was my homie on Malice and he was real low, just off of the way the deck plays. But that was the only time 2 came up. I liked it though. I don't know if I'm brave enough to cut it to 1. 1 aggregator. I mean, it's aggregator. Yeah, it's like, I feel like it's basic. Dweller, Exciton. These are pretty standard. A lot of games testing leading up to it, I would just start my turn with make Exciton, like answer this card, and it threatens people into thinking you're playing the Fiendsmith stuff when I'm not. But just having Exciton is really good. Love this card. Dweller's obvious. It's solid bait into everything. Dweller's obvious. It's like what's making this deck a little overpowered. This card needs to get banned.
Agreed.
Other standard stuff, Dagaris, card's crazy. Baguska, card's crazy. I had a game, funny enough, versus Ice Barrier where I couldn't kill him, but I had to clear his board, or I had to wait a turn because I had to use a battle to clear one of the floodgate monsters that summoned. So I just made Duo Detonator and then just made this and sat on it for a turn and then just turned everything to attack, which was nice. And then Tornado Dragon, it's become more popular. I definitely will not play this deck without it. I was like, it's supposed to be for Blue Eyes. I didn't play a Blue Eyes today, but I summoned this card 4 times. Like,
there wasn't a lot of it in the room.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole bunch of Blue Eyes. There was one guy in the top tables. He was sitting around me all day. I don't know where he ended up placing, but he was playing Blue Eyes, and this card's just great into that matchup. Just pops the True Light, whatever the spell, the trap is, and it's good into that. Like in the mirror, once you clear board, if like they can have like their one starter in hand, like if you knew they searched it, and then they'll have cross. And it's like, all right, let me just make this pop the cross, so they can't have the recycle and draw one. So they don't have their draw turn, not an extra one. I really liked screwing it up. And then I played one Castel. I don't see a lot of people playing this. I don't particularly understand.
Away from it.
Yeah, I don't understand why this card's nuts. Like, it's insane. Like, there was a game versus Malice where he summoned back his stuff, and I was like, okay, if he has a Bistro in hand, or he summoned it off his trap, and I was like, if he has a Bistro in hand, he can banish it and get 2 bodies out of it, plus the send off Druis or whatever. I was like, I can't kill him that, so I was like, all right, Castel, spin it back, and then even if he does have a Bistro, it's just a less body. So like, this card's just really nice, and being able to like Dagaris, Castel, like use both of them, then overlay them for Eclipse Twins, and then your duo can swing 6 2 times is insane.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so I really like Castel. He was nuts today. I think I summoned him like 4 or 5 times, and he won the game every time. Played one Haggard. So like, I think you need to play a Link you can make generically, and I just think this one's the best because he gets rid of himself. Like, I just don't want to see him sometimes, because there's sometimes where like, there's a monster you needed out, but you're only out as triple attack to take, and then so you can like summon your ice whatever, search sword, get X, and then you can turn it into Haggard, banish itself, and then reduce something, and it's just good. Like, I just really wanted to play this card. It's one of the only cards where I'm like questionable on the extra deck spots. Like maybe
kind of a flexible.
Yeah, like I think it needs to be a Link. I was considering playing the White Binder, but funny enough, I don't own it. But like, it just makes the Ultimate Slayer better, and it doesn't make the Ultimate Slayer better. It makes the Metal Tronus better. Yeah. Like, Ultimate Slayer's doing the same thing either way, but Metal Tronus gets better because you can just banish the White Binder face down, which is insane. And then I played one Malong as my Ultimate Slayer target for Blue Eyes. Being able to dump this, spin back the Spirit or whatever, or like they tag out the Spirit, you activate him, engrave, bounce back whatever they summon, which is crazy. So like, I feel like it's just the best option as the Slayer target.
Oh, here comes the goo.
Yeah, no one's ever seen this before. 3 Lancia. Oh, yeah, I don't think anybody does it like me, honestly.
Oh my goodness,
I cook different.
So original.
I drew it twice today. One of them didn't matter because I'd already full control over the game, and then the other one won me the match. So can't complain about it. I'm a coward who's scared of Mermail, so I decided to side the Joels. I've played enough Mermail to know I'm like, I just don't want to deal with it. If I draw this card, I want to turn skip you. Like, you can make your 2 Toads, whatever. But I can deal with 2 Toads better than I can deal with a statue, or like 2 Toads plus statue plus yada yada. It's just stupid stuff. So I just wanted to play this as my out for that. Because again, I am a coward. It's also decent into Blue Eyes. I think it's good into that matchup as well, because you can just... I sent out the Book of Moons for this because I think it's better than Book of Moon. Because Book of Moon, you try to hit the Spirit Dragon, they just chain it, whatever.
10 minutes out, yeah.
Yeah, Eclipse is alright because like whatever they summon.
It's better going first, but
yeah, for sure.
1 second, you have this.
And then like you hit the normal summon, and it's like, okay, got him. Like you hit the Primite card, got him. You like it's just good. So I think it's good enough to warrant the spot. Because I was trying to avoid playing around talents as much as possible, which is why a lot of the times I was siding out my Ashes for other cards. Like, I think the only deck I left them in for was the Fiendsmith Ryzeal, because it's good against the Lacrima into Requiem into Lacrima into Dump Trap. So I just wanted to have that out for that. And then I had 3 Metal Tronus. I'm so sick with it. No one's ever done it like me.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. This is kind of why I wanted to play. Like, I was going back and forth on Ultimate Slayer in the main or Metal Tronus in the main, and then the last 2 locals I went to, in testing, I sided out Metal Turnus for Ultimate Slayer every game, and I was like, okay, if I'm not using this against specifically Ryzeal, it's not that good. Like, it does its job, but, like, versus Ryzeal, it goes absolutely sicko mode. Then again, the one time I activated versus Ryzeal, I lost, so, like, you know, sometimes. And then this card, again, I'm pretty sure it's, like, the Santoli special. This card was the MVP of the day. This thing was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it was insane. Like, every deck I played against, it had some application to. Versus my Fire King opponent, game 2, we're playing like a super low to the ground, like back and forth game. And then I draw this for turn, and I go, okay, activate this, no effects engrave. I clear his board, and then he sets up a little bit, passes back to me because he can't clear my board. And then I drew a second one for turn. So I activated again, no effects in graveyard, and I just killed him. This card was ridiculous. And then obviously versus Malice, like saying you can't banish from grave, even going second is very good because it cuts off a lot of their follow-up. Like, you just slam this at the start of the turn and say cards can't be banished from grave, and it just turns off White Binder, getting all their girls back. And then like the next turn, they can go access code, but like it doesn't really do anything. Like, they have to tribute itself to pop something, and that's not great. And usually it locks them, unless they set up for it, it locks them from being able to use the Cryptor Banish, which is really nice. Like, you just don't have to worry about it. And then the other best cards in the deck, Feather 2 Lightning.
How these perform today?
Ridiculous. Like, I cited them in literally every single match. Every single game I went game 2. Or every single time I went second game 2. It was just ridiculous. Like, there's nothing I can add to this card that, like, I can't say anything to explain how good it was. It was just nuts. Yeah, that's the profile. Super basic list. Like, it's not like I'm cooking up anything too spicy today, but it was just a solid list. It did what it needed to.